On second down, here's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Pretty much the unquestioned #1 team in the NFL through the first 7 weeks of the season. Coming back onto the field here, that, of course, the L.A. Rams, Charles, 7-0. Blew away San Francisco last week, 39-10. It's their first 7-0 start since 1985. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Fletcher Cox able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Louis.
I think a free play now for Goff. Yeah, they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
We're good. 12.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him down and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
DC.
To throw on second down is gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
DC.
From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Eagles trotting back out there. You had their game last week against Carolina. What a disappointing loss for Philly to drop them to 3-4. What happened? They were up 17 points.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? And the problem for them, besides blowing the lead, which we'll get to in a second, they didn't score enough when they had the opportunity. They got 17 points, but they had an opportunity really for like 27, which would have really put them out there. But instead, they left Carolina an opening, and they took it. The Eagles are now only the 4th team in the Super Bowl era to lose a game. They led 17-0 or better in the 4th quarter at home. And what a tough one for them. Now, Carson Wentz had a great game throwing the ball. 30 of 37, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, but ended up having a fumble on the last play of the game. and that ended it, and Carolina won the ball game.
And the Super Bowl champs under 500. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, Charles, pretty big piece of news around the NFL on Monday the 22nd. Dallas Cowboys, all the talk about them needing a big-time target out wide. They went and got Amari Cooper.
The speculation was there. The discussion was there. But then late Monday, as you noted, it became real. The Cowboys decided they needed a WR1 and went to Oakland and got Amari Cooper and gave up their #1 draft pick for 2019 in return.
What do you think of the fit there?
I think the fit is excellent. Dallas screaming.
Brandon Cooks. He's at the 50, 30, 10. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks, 81 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. So
wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now Wentz on third down. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz forced out to his left. Shakes off the sack. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Samson Abukum coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. He'll get it up the middle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, Greg.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going to run. It's Sproles. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The tackle there by Mark Barron. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3 down. Starting left here. Now you won. Let's go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And some room to maneuver. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Two. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Goff on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's look back to some of those crazy finishes in Week 7 of the NFL last week. I mean, it seemed like every game had a wild finish.
It certainly did. Dallas, Washington, Brett Maher off the upright from 52 yards following a questionable penalty against his long snapper that moved the ball back 5 yards. How about Cleveland, Tampa Bay? Cleveland claws his way back in, and then Tampa Bay wins the ball game with Chandler Catanzaro kicking the big field goal from 59 yards in overtime. Remember, he missed a 40-yarder in regulation. Justin Tucker missed an extra point. That's the headlines in and of itself. His first miss in the NFL. And New Orleans gets away with a victory. And New England, Chicago. Chicago throws the Hail Mary at the end of the game. Kevin White, 54 yards. He needed 55. Yeah. Stopped at the 1 yard.
I don't think I've ever seen a Hail Mary come that close but not get in. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got three, brother. We got three. 12.
On first down, gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
12.
The final shot before break here. Gone. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Ric Flair. We're good. We're good. Fire ball.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods from 6 yards away. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 53 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Goff now looks to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 15. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Super.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing now is Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's complete. It's Sproles. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st is Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Sproles. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Great. Black, come on. 82, 81.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And some room to work. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long. It's gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Goff now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hurts over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. He's back to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Dre 15.
Back to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Wentz now to throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A Philadelphia first down. Wentz finding Matthews.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Man, it's caught. the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 62 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Goff going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake 'em up. The champs is in. We want back in.